I've already figured out how to do this series. Take a look at this. I'm gonna make a triple mat. Look, like this. I'll make a thin little strip, exactly this color. I've chosen the mat board. Look, so it will be like this. Look how beautiful it is. How wonderful. Everything is stitched so neatly. Oh, I like it so much. I can't manage to do it this neatly myself. But you know, I embroider without a thimble. There are so many options for frames. We could use this little frame, but it's a bit too dark for this. It doesn't go very well with this mat board. This is a wonderful piece of work. Tatiana from the city of Sarov. Of course, I want to use a mat board so the eagle has somewhere to fly, so there's more space. Hello, dear friends. You've been asking me to show you the selection process for a long time, but I didn't have the time. Now I finally do, and Kirill and I decided to film the selection. And just today, another package arrived from the city of Sarov, from Tatiana Gordeva, one of our regular clients. We'll open it at the end and show you what she sent us for framing. Watch until the end to see what kind of surprise we have in the package. And I also want to mention that today Margarita from the city of Chekhov visited us and brought some wonderful works. Now we'll try to select frames for them. Unfortunately, Margarita couldn't wait for our director, so she had to leave early. She kept getting phone calls. Apparently, her friends were inviting her over. Maybe her husband was really waiting for her, so they could walk around the city together. They only came for a short visit. Well, I want to show you the work she brought. She wants to have them finished with some painting extensions. This one will be done like this. In this sequence, we've done something like this before. I think we did this kind of framing for Denis Denisov. She really liked it. She came and asked to have it done almost exactly the same way. So that's what it's going to be. Here, every single piece of embroidery will be carefully framed in this specific manner, extending across all four sides. And all of it will be in a single panel. And I think the frame, there can be so many different frames. Let me show you now. You could use this one or this one. Oh, just a second. It's really tough to pull off. Okay, now let's try another one. This one. No, this one is probably too dark, like this. Let me take another look. There are tons of frame options. We could use this little frame, but it's a bit too dark for this. It doesn't go very well with this mat board. Ideally, the frame should match the color of this mat board. But let's see now. Look, this one goes really well, it's elegant. And here, the gold is the same as the color that's present in each of the works. Now we can, this little frame is also nice. I really like this series in general. This one is probably too red. We need something more brown here. And something like this. This particular one matches really well, both in its overall aesthetic style and in its specific color scheme as well. Write which option you like the most. Dear friends, if you, like me, have many warm memories that, like a ray of sunshine, will warm you on a cloudy day, there is a way to preserve them for many years to come. Hello, my name is Tatiana Lazovskaya. I am the director of the frame workshop Len Baguette, and now I will reveal this method to you. Old and modern photographs, your children's drawings, crafts, medals, or any items dear to your heart can be framed under glass so you can hang them on the wall, place them on a shelf, or give them as gifts to your loved ones. Just look at how much a frame transforms your items, how much richer and more expressive they become. And the most important news is that you can send your items to us from anywhere in the world. All you need to do is mail us the item that is dear to your heart. If it's a photograph, it's even easier. Just send it to us electronically. We will print it on photo paper or cotton canvas. and we will choose the frame together with you as if you were standing right next to me thanks to a video call. I will show you samples of the frames. You will choose the frame you like and we will use it to frame your piece. Take a look. Our workshop has more than 5,000 frame options. Gold, silver, matte, glossy, multicolored. It will satisfy even the most discerning customer. And we can also decorate your piece with a carved mat, which will give your artwork extraordinary charm. After framing your piece, we will carefully pack it, wrap everything very neatly in triple bubble wrap, pack it in a wooden crate, send it to you anywhere in the world, and include souvenirs from St. Petersburg. So don't worry. But if anything happens during shipping, we will reframe it for you at our own expense. If you are interested in my offer, contact me by phone or via messengers, available 24/7, including weekends. All the details will be displayed on the screen. As far as I am concerned personally, always ask our clients who come in not to hang the frame themselves, because each and every sample has its own place. And if we hang it somewhere else in a different spot, it becomes very difficult for us to find it later. For example, I imagine that a certain frame is needed here, but I can't find it. That's why I always ask clients, please, put everything in one pile, because I can hang them up quickly in just a second. But if you hang it in the wrong place, it's very hard for me to find it. So please don't be offended when I ask you not to hang the frames yourself. These are the framing options. This is Margarita's second work. I'll show it to you now. I really like it. I have some leftovers from this kit. It was given to me by a wonderful woman, but I still haven't managed to start embroidering it. I have the pattern. And they sent me some thread samples. I really wanted it. It was hard to buy back then, and it was a long time ago. And that's why, along with the kit for framing, they also sent me some leftovers from the kit. But it's not hard to match them. The threads here are very good. As you know, everyone always has plenty of threads, and you can always buy more. Although I like buying the whole kit. I like to buy it, then look for the Saga app and embroider using Saga. That's just how I want to do it. But in any case, I have this pattern. I really like it. It's called Girls at the Fountain. Although what kind of fountain is that? It seems more like a spring to me. This is by Lucas. Just look at what a charming little scene this is. How the girls are drawing water into a golden jug. And the girls themselves are so pretty and adorable. Their clothes are so bright all around them. The greenery is very beautiful. There are also a lot of options you can choose for this. Now I'll show you what you can use here. Since there are so many different colors here, you can use a lot of things. Look, for example, this light one here, if it's for a light interior, it goes really well with these accents. There are colors like this here. This is a kind of museum style option, matching the greenery. I think that would look beautiful too. Well, you could certainly use this specific frame for your blue clothing. However, I personally wouldn't choose to use it myself. To be honest, it looks a bit too heavy and bulky for that style. Now I'm looking for something else. Let's see. You could use this one. Here it works both with the greenery and the golden jug stands out. Look how nice that is. It's such a versatile frame. It goes well with a lot of things. I really like this option too. Actually, I really like this whole series. The Baguette. Such rich greenery. You could also go for a museum style option. Highlight the jugs. Here, there are accents on the embroidery. Look, this is a real classic. Smooth with just a few flourishes. And at the same time, you could use a frame like this if your interior is minimalist. You can make a frame like this to match the color. Here you have these shades and those shades as well. The only thing is, I would have liked there to be gold here, but not everyone likes gold for one thing, and for another it's kind of grayish, neutral. It turns out really well. Take a look and choose what you like best. And at the same time, you can go for this kind of classic, almost museum-like style. This one or that one also goes well with blue. By the way, green would also work well here. I really like this kind of frame. I've always somehow... It's a classic that never goes out of style, so to speak. Just look at how good it looks with green. I love this series, no matter what anyone says. I love these museum-style options. I really like this subject. The girls are so wonderful. I just love girls in general. I probably should buy the kit if it's still available for sale. I'll buy this kit. I'm sure the pattern is already available in Saga. It's very good. I really like it. I think my husband will really like it too. He also likes these kinds of scenes. That's it. This was brought to us this morning by Margarita from the city of Chekhov. And now, dear friends, take a look at the result. This is what Margarita chose. Everything she has is in blue frames, so she tried to match it to her interior. Look at how this work turned out. Please evaluate it and leave your feedback. The next work was brought to us by Valentina from St. Petersburg. But before opening it, I want to remind you that you can not only bring your works, but also send them from all over our vast country, just like many people do. Don't worry, we will make sure to pack everything carefully and wrap it up well. We will also photograph it and send it back to you in the best possible condition. And if anything happens during shipping, we will redo everything for you at our own expense. So don't worry or stress if something happens. Usually, packages arrive in good condition. Sometimes, for some reason, the glass in small items cracks in the middle. Maybe it's due to tension or maybe something else. But this is extremely rare. There have probably only been 2 or 3 such cases in all 15 years. So don't worry. But we always remake it at our own expense if something is broken or damaged. And now take a look at this embroidery. Of course, all embroiderers know and love it. People usually embroider it for a dream, for a journey, or just for some wish they want to come true. It's a lighthouse. Look how charming it is. Well, many people have embroidered it, and I have too. I really love it. But honestly, when I was embroidering it, for some reason, I didn't make any wish. But I should have. I really should have. That's that. Well, now it's too late. I've already finished it. I'll just look at it and pray that it will grant my wishes. You know what my biggest wish is right now? To mow the grass at the dacha. The grass is already waist high and I just can't manage to mow it. My sons are busy. Yes, I don't know. Everyone just keeps working and working. They don't have time to mow it. And they don't let me do it either. Well, alright. Those are just details. This year, more than ever, my dandelions have turned out amazing. So I'm going to make kvass. I saw on TV in some program how they showed you can make kvass from dandelions. Well, that's just it. I'll probably have to make some kind of jam too because I have tons of them. Just look at how beautiful it is, how wonderful. Everything is embroidered so neatly. Oh, I like it so much. I can't do it that neatly, but you know, I embroider without a thimble. So you can do it with a mat or without a mat, but first I'll show you the option with a mat. I have carefully picked out 2 different colors here that I believe are the absolute closest match to this specific piece. Now, if you take a look, you can use this particular dark blue color for the bottom section and also for the outer border. And this one for the top. And a gray one for the top. It's quite neutral, kind of gray-green. It matches these waves perfectly. Take a look. Now we need to pick out a frame for this. Let me see what would go with this color. Either with the blue or the light blue or this gray. So let's start trying them out. This series here fits very well. You see, this frame is very close to the top mat, so it doesn't blend in, but at the same time it matches nicely. Now we could use this light blue one, but that's not as good because then there would be 3 colors. Ideally, it should be either this one or that one. Look, and this blue color is very close to the color of the mat. Now, this frame can actually be used without a mat at all. Just look at how well it fits. It's just like, you see, like something nautical, right on point. I can't remember, sailors have it on their collars. What's it called? I forgot. I'm really embarrassed because I was born in a city of sailors, but I've forgotten what that sailor's collar is called. But look, this one works really well if you go without a mat. You could use this one if you want it that way to make it a bit more formal. This one also matches the color very well. It fits great. And it has a silvery touch that really freshens things up. And if you want something simpler, then something like this. But this one is a bit too narrow, to be honest. The color is good, but it's too narrow. And this one too. This one's not bad, but it's narrow. It kind of squeezes it. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But let's see what Valentina chooses. After we finish framing it, we'll show you the finished result. So now, let's continue. Now I'll show you a wonderful still life by Este. It was embroidered by Natalia from St. Petersburg. This is our favorite ST. Look how beautiful it is. Such a wonderfully complex piece of work, but all ST works are not simple. They're usually very beautiful. Just look at this beauty. Here, of course, it would be nice to make a round frame. We suggested a round frame to her. But it won't be exactly round, it will be faceted. We've already made a lot of these faceted frames. They turn out very beautiful. But in order for everything to look neat and beautiful, so that there are no gaps left, of course, we suggest using a mat. The best mat for this would be either green or brown, in my opinion. But now, of course, we have a problem with the velvet Passepartout. It's completely gone. It's very difficult with Passepartout now. I have such samples that, you can't look at them without tears, as they say. Look at the samples we have now. Well, when they come, blue isn't very good here. Well, I would do either green. Here. Green Passepartout. Or brown. There's no brown here at all. Yes, there's absolutely no brown here. Maybe I have it somewhere else. But that's not velvet anymore. Let's see if I can find any at all. Now, unfortunately, at this point, we almost exclusively get our supplies from China. Canada no longer supplies us with Passepartout. I keep asking our manufacturers, come on, finally make Passepartout for us. Why do we have to get it from China? They have such colors there. They're really good. All very bright, very pure colors. But in a finished piece, the Passepartout that looks kind of dirty, an unattractive color, actually looks best. But when it's in the finished piece, it looks really great. But unfortunately, these pure colors actually don't look very good. I want to try a simple brown one and see how it looks. But this one is very dark. And this one is too red. No, I don't like this one. Most likely, we'll use a green velvet Passepartout. And for the faceted frame, we'll probably use this kind of molding. It looks so beautiful, just magnificent. Either this one or that one. But it depends on which passe-partout we end up using. And I think we've already shown faceted frames more than once. They turn out so beautiful. I'm still waiting for the guys to finally get around to my embroidery so they can make me a faceted frame. I keep asking and asking, but still nothing. They just never have the time. And right now, I'm sewing. A love letter from Golden Fleece. I've stitched a piece this big, and that's only 10%. I'm honestly even scared to think about how huge my embroidery is going to be. Well, maybe next time I'll bring it to show you my progress. That's how it is. So now we're opening a package. Now, my friends, now. So with that in mind, let's take it out of the box now. There's a letter here. This was sent to us by Tatiana from the city of Sarov. She even included a branded little bag. Look how beautiful it is. Let's open it and take it out. Let's see what Tatiana sent us. Oh, these little cityscapes are so charming. I really like them. Here we have a little tram against the backdrop of St. Petersburg. And here again is the Peter and Paul fortress with umbrellas. A hint that it's always raining here. And now take a look. A couple is walking towards the Church of the Savior on spilled blood. Look at these wonderful scenes. Next we have some parrots. So cheerful like this. Oh, and this is beautiful. Look, this is the Dimensions eagle. Look how beautiful it is. It's just charming. I really like it. We always enjoy framing it. It's so beautiful, simply extraordinary. These are the wonderful works sent by Tatiana from the city of Sarov. So now we're setting aside a part. All right, the parrot. But of course, these three beautiful embroideries will all be carefully framed in the exact same style. I would personally hang them like this, or you could choose to hang them this way, or perhaps that way, or even like this, or even like that, depending on your preference. But I just prefer when such works are each framed separately, not in a single panel, because that way you can arrange them however you like. You can have fun with them. Yes, we got carried away and forgot about the letter. Now let's read what Tatiana wrote to us. Tatiana writes, "Hello to you, Tatiana. Hello to you, Tatiana from Sarov. I'm reaching out to you and your wonderful company again for help with framing. With pleasant excitement, I'm sending a collection of small works of my favorite eagle. Oh, I'm really drawn to this theme. A vibrant flock of carefree, mischievous parrots, whose constant hustle and noisy, cheerful chatter instantly lift my heavy spirits. And they completely chase away every bit of gloom and depression. And also a series of picturesque miniatures that capture the nobility, grace, and unique beauty of the glorious city on the Neva. Tatiana Viktorovna, knowing your approach to your work, I am sure the result will be simply amazing. I am leaving all my contact details in this letter. With deep respect and best wishes, Tatiana." I don't read very well. I've already come up with how to do this series. Take a look at this. Make a triple mat like this. Look, like this. Go ahead and make a thin little strip just like this one here. And as you can see, this is exactly the specific color of mat that I chose for this project. Look, so that it turns out like this. And for the frame, we want something very light and airy, but not just a simple straight design. It should have a small, delicate ornament. Look right here, with a subtle touch of shimmering light silver, just to decorate and enhance it a little bit more for a beautiful finish. Take a look. What do you think of this option? I want to take several high-quality photos of this entire setup to send over this particular framing option to Tatiana so she can take a look at it. Now I'll take a photo. I'm taking a photo of the corner. Why? Let me explain the process to you right now. When I carefully enlarge the entire picture like this and cover it from both sides, it really starts to feel as though the whole picture is perfectly inside this frame. And then it becomes immediately clear and obvious whether it will look good or not. So, for each of these individual works, I truly think this will be great, and it will definitely suit each and every one of them. And it will be very delicate, beautiful, and airy. It's exactly the same grayish tone that we chose for this piece. Look, it works great for the little tram too. And now let's look at the umbrellas. And the umbrellas. At first I thought maybe I should make a red stripe, but so that it would look like this. And then we have a frame, a very light and airy one, but certainly not just a plain or straight one, rather one with a small delicate ornament. Look right here, with a subtle touch of shimmering light silver, just to decorate it and enhance the detail a little bit more. Take a look. What do you think of this option? I really want to take a picture of all this so that I can send this framing option to Tatiana for the baguette. I'll take a picture now. I'll take a picture of the corner. Why? I'll explain now. When I zoom in on the picture like this and cover it from both sides, it feels like the whole picture is inside this frame. And then it's clear whether this will be good or bad. And so for each of these works, I think it will be really great for each one. It will fit and be very delicate, beautiful, and airy. It's exactly the same grayish tone that we chose for this piece. Take a look, and it's perfect for the little tram too. And now let's look at the umbrellas. And the umbrellas. At first I thought maybe to make a red stripe, but red is very bright. It kind of draws all the attention, so it's better to use these pastel tones. Not too bright, just like our grayish St. Petersburg. So here, take a look. Our beloved rainy city. Look, I think this will be really quite cute. I won't overload you with more options. I really like this option. Of course, I'll coordinate with Tatiana. And here are the little parrots. The parrots are just adorable. I think that we have one series that's really good. I think it will work very well for pieces like this. And there are actually quite a few different possibilities available here. And not only that, let me show you something else. Look, we also have these beautiful gray parrots. You can use this specific frame with the gray ones or even with the vibrant blue ones. Just take a look right here. Here, there's also blue, and we have green parrots too, though this one is more vibrant. There is a light color here, of course, but still there's even some yellow. So there are plenty of options here. And there's another series of frames that will also work very well. Look, this is a new collection. Here's a blue one, kind of grayish blue. Here's a green one. And for under the perch, there's this beige frame. Take a look. They're really quite cute and wonderful. There are plenty of options that would suit this embroidery. If you want something neutral, for example, you could use this gray frame. It's very unobtrusive and nice, and I would do it without a mat. Because I think that such a cheerful, lively piece shouldn't be weighed down with a mat. So, but Tatiana and I will coordinate all of this. Now, this is a wonderful piece. Tatiana is from the city of Sarov. Of course, I want to use a mat for it so that the eagle has somewhere to fly, so there's more space. So I chose this mat. It's difficult. Right now, of course, it's really tough for us with mats. But I think this one matches the tone very well. I would like something lighter, of course, but I can't find anything. We could try this one, put it next to it, but it's so grainy that... No, I'm afraid I don't really like anything that you have here. Well, there's just nothing suitable. No, it's either too light, too dark, too dirty, or too... Now I want to try this one too. Mustard colored. This one is beautiful too. So either this one or that one. For now, let's leave the lighter one. And then we'll decide later. There are lots of options for this. This frame, it works really well. It suits this piece. Look how great it is. But then we need to use a more brown mat board. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. This one is just kind of... Here it looks burgundy, but like this it will be brown. And it matches this frame perfectly. Look. This could definitely be a viable option. That's it? Okay. Now we can use this mat board. Okay, another option. We can try this frame too, but then we'll need to change the mat here. Switch it to a brown one, a more brown shade. Like this. You could even pick a lighter one. And here's another option. Look, this one isn't bad either. But this is a more simple option. And you could also do it like here with a lot of this kind of thing. See, here it's lilac, burgundy lilac. And this is a mustard color. And you could also use this kind of frame. And you could even go without a mat board at all. Look, it's quite self-sufficient too. But I want to use a mat board for this piece somehow. Because it's just like that. There's movement here. And I want for the eagle to have somewhere to fly. Look. I think this option is the best. Well, it's up to us to choose. Tatiana, she'll say herself what she wants. Maybe we'll come up with something else. By the time we get in touch with her, maybe she'll want something else too. Dear friends, if you like the selection for the works, then be sure to write in the comments, because we don't know what you like more. For a while, we often showed the selection process, then you got tired of it, so we started showing finished works. Now people are writing that we should show the selection process for the works again. So please be sure to write in the comments what you would like us to show you. Either finished works or the selection process, or both together, or maybe alternating them somehow. And since today I showed you several works, that's all for today. Tatiana Viktorovna, well, to be honest, I don't have time to film anymore. I have to run. Yes, I just have very little time today. I really have to go. My husband is waiting for me, who can't get home by himself. So I have to say goodbye to you. I apologize for leaving so quickly like this. So that's all for today. Until next time, I love you all. Write to me. Call me, send your works from anywhere you want. And we will definitely pack everything well for you and send it back. So don't worry. Especially with Sadek, if it's door to door, it's really very reliable. We've already tested it. Until next time, my dear ones, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.